Om Sri Satguru Mujiji Ki Jai. Om Sri Satguru Anantaji Ki Jai. Begin a meditation. It's about 23 minutes.
We will begin today's meditation with the chanting of Om 3 times. Om Anachala. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya. Om Babaji Ki Jai. Om Buddha Ji Ki Jai. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. As we're sitting here now, just allow yourself just to rest with that natural feeling of awareness that is here. There is no strain there. There's no strain, no effort. It's just like a field of being. It needs no help at all. If there are some thought energies arising, it's okay, don't worry. You don't have to take care of them. Like clouds floating by in that infinite expanse. Let them just float by. You're not managing existence. Accept the gift of your own self, resting in your own being like this. And yet, you are not waiting. Don't wait. So you need not be concerned about being patient or impatience. Simply you are aware of your own natural being. And There's no clutter around the self. There's no program. There's no past. Pay attention to this very natural state of being. Also, it's not important to hold on to any self-image. It's simply not needed. You're here, it's enough. There's a completeness in that. Here, it's not you and your mind. Mind is part of the whole thing, you can say, an energy that dances inside the awareness. And it can. But also, you can simply rest in your own natural self-aware state. The more you pay attention to that, the less trouble the mind can give you. Mind also ultimately loves to be here. But in the beginning, it will feel and express some resistance. But naturally, it settles down beautifully in harmony with your own self. You have no natural enemies in the universe. Now, let's take a look what really is here. Thoughts, they come and go. Even unforced, they simply appear and disappear in their own way. And feelings, they also come and go. This is fine. We're not at war with feelings. But it is not your focus. Allow your mind, your attention to just rest in this beautiful space of being. It is not difficult. And everything is supporting your self-discovery, your peace. Because harmony is the way of life. Also, it's not important to hold on to any preferences for the moment, you can see. Don't hold on to any sense of favorites for a moment. And feel how expansive your own being is naturally, without desire. Because desire will pull the attention into some shape. So simply remain shapeless. And at the same time, you feel and know instinctively, intuitively, how well you are. As you allow your attention to rest more in its natural state, it will bring benefit to all expressions of your life, will be automatically touched by this central harmony. I am not asking you to imagine these things, because here there's a natural sense of spaciousness, a neutrality. Yeah, you see. habits tend to come back, and almost like a reflex, the attention goes again to the past and to the present. But if it happens, just again, nicely, easily, bring the attention back just to where you are. Get accustomed to that. Get accustomed to feeling empty. The mind, the conditioned mind, might suggest that to be empty is to be irresponsible. But the contrary is true. To be empty, you find that something responds to the needs of the moment most appropriately, you see. What's the tendency to jump ahead and to start thinking about future or something? It's just a habit. It is not deeply significant. But right now, just be the being. And you come to know this is always here. It's the most stable and constant. And why is it so important to recognize this? Because it is effortless. And only what is effortless is really natural for you. In the beginning, it may take some time, some practice to pull the attention back towards the neutrality, because we have developed some bad habits somehow. But the whole field of being is on your side. Everything is here to support your harmony and your full awakening. Don't doubt this. You cannot help awareness. You can only be aware and be the awareness itself. The true state of meditation has nothing to do with sleep. It's a pure state. It's pure as space. It's purer even than space, more subtle than space, because space you can also perceive, along with any other phenomenon. You're the perceiver of that. But this you that I'm referring to is not personal. The person also can be perceived. Now, we're not constructing now, only a clarifying, that's all, of what is already so. The state of empty mind is the most natural, the most enjoyable, because it also assists every other state. Whenever the attention moves about towards the objects of the senses, get used to simply keeping it neutral again. You will not lose anything. Rather also, you'll gain a natural stillness and silence in the being. And you're not doing this as a person. Everything is facilitating here. This is self-discovery. going to find that this power in you to observe with more detachment will grow beautifully. Then your life will not feel so crowded, even if you have a lot of responsibilities outwardly. It will bring a harmony and space again to you. You don't have to be figuring things out. Life cannot be figured out. But you will discover your natural harmony. Again, paying attention to your own natural state. Look now and notice that it has nothing to do with time. Can you see? It's only a field of being, just pure awareness. It's not a story. There's no projections there. It's not past. There are no comparisons. This is also your health base, health of mind and body. Everything is invigorated from here, from this perfect silence and being. Yet you need not be so concerned about this. The higher opportunity here is the recognition that you're not merely an object. You're not merely your body. The body's there. It has a function. It's very important in all of this play. Body is object, but you are pure subjectivity or being or spirit. And even the subtlest movement in you, you are purer and earlier than that. Now, this is not something that you need to talk about. For now, simply look, observe, acknowledge, confirm. Keep quiet. Let your outer actions continue as impelled by nature. Move in this way. But keep your mind inside your heart. So just before we come to an end of this, where there's really no end to this, in fact. But be reminded that you are not in a state of waiting. So the concept of the next experience is not important. It will only be a movement, that's all. Get used to this feeling. Mhm. It is from here and in this way that your essential being communicates in the highest way. Okay. Naturally, you will notice that your breath slows down by itself. No effort. Mhm. There is a natural peace, the peace of being. And an unbound feeling of joy. This is all natural. This is the wealth of being. Very good. Okay. Oh,
This chapter is called Watch Your Mind. Questioner. In one's search for the essential, one soon realizes one's inadequacy and the need for a guide or a teacher. This implies a certain discipline, because you are expected to trust your guide and follow implicitly his advice and instruction. Yet the social urgencies and pressures are so great, personal desires and fears so powerful, that the simplicity of mind and will, essential in obedience, are not forthcoming. How does one strike a balance between the need for a guru and the difficulty in obeying him implicitly? Maharaj. What is done under pressure of society and circumstances does not matter much, for it is mostly mechanical, mere reacting to impacts. It is enough to watch oneself dispassionately, to isolate oneself completely from what is going on. What has been done blindly without minding may add to one's karma. Otherwise, it hardly matters. The Guru demands one thing only: clarity and intensity of purpose, a sense of responsibility for oneself. be questioned. Who is the guru after all? He who knows the state in which there is neither the world nor the thought of it. He is the supreme teacher. To find him means to reach the state in which imagination is no longer taken for reality. To find him means to reach the state in which imagination is no longer taken for reality. Please understand that the Guru stands for reality, for truth, for what is. He is a realist in the highest sense of the term. He cannot and shall not come to terms with the mind and its delusions. He comes to take you to the real. Don't expect him to do anything else. The Guru you have in mind, one who gives you information and instructions, is not the real Guru. The real Guru is he who knows the real, beyond the glamour of appearances. The real Guru is he who knows the real beyond the glamour of appearances. To him, your questions about obedience and discipline do not make sense. For in his eyes, the person you take yourself to be does not exist. Your questions are about a non-existent person. What exists for you does not exist for him. What you take for granted, he denies absolutely. He wants you to see yourself as he sees you. Then you will not need a guru to obey and follow, for you will obey and follow your own reality. Realize that whatever you think yourself to be is just a stream of events, that while all happens, comes and goes, you alone are. The changeless among the changeful, the self-evident among the inferred, separate and observed from the observer, and abandon false identifications. I'll read that again. Realize that whatever you think yourself to be is just a stream of events, that while all happens, comes and goes, you alone are, the changeless among the changeful, the self-evident among the inferred, separate and observed from the observer, and abandon false identifications. Questioner. In order to find reality, one should discard all that stands in the way. On the other hand, the need to survive within a given society compels one to do and endure many things. Does one need to abandon one's profession and one's social standing in order to find reality? Maharaj, do your work. When you have a moment free, look within. What is important is not to miss the opportunity when it presents itself. If you are earnest, you will use your leisure fully. That is enough. Questioner. In my search for the essential and discarding the unessential, is there any scope for creative living? For instance, I love painting. Will it help me if I give my leisure hours to painting? Maharaj, whatever you may have to do, watch your mind. Also, you must have moments of complete inner peace and quiet when your mind is absolutely still. If you miss it, you miss the entire thing. If you do not, the silence of the mind will dissolve and absorb all else. Your difficulty lies in wanting reality and being afraid of it at the same time. You are afraid of it because you do not know it. The familiar things are known. You feel secure with them. The unknown is uncertain and therefore dangerous. But to know reality is to be in harmony with it. And in harmony, there is no place for fear. An infant knows its body, but not the body-based distinctions. It is just conscious and happy. After all, that was the purpose for which it was born. The pleasure to be is the simplest form of self-love, which later grows into love of the self. Be like an infant with nothing standing between the body and the self. The self contemplates the body. It is like the white paper on which nothing is written yet. Be like that infant. Instead of trying to be this or that, be happy to be. You will be a fully awakened witness to the field of consciousness, but there should be no feeling and ideas to stand between you and the field. Questioner. To be content with mere being seems to be a most selfish way of passing time. Maharaj. The most worthy way of being selfish. By all means, be selfish by foregoing everything but the self. When you love the self and nothing else, you go beyond the selfish and the unselfish. All distinctions lose their meaning. Love of one and love of all merge together in love. Pure and simple, addressed to none, denied to none. Stay in that love, go deeper and deeper into it. Investigate yourself and love the investigation. And you will solve not only your own problems, but also the problems of humanity. You will know what to do. Do not ask superficial questions. Apply yourself to fundamentals, to the very roots of being. Questioner. Is there a way for me to speed up my self-realization? Maharaj. Of course there is. Questioner. Who will do the speeding up? Will you do it for me? Maharaj. Neither you will do it, nor I. It will just happen. Questioner. My very coming here has proved it. Is this speeding up due to holy company? When I left last time, I hoped to come back, and I did. Now I am desperate that so soon I have to leave for England. Maharaj. You are like a newly born child. It was there before, but not conscious of its being. At its birth, a world arose in it, and with it the consciousness of being. Now you just have to grow in consciousness, that is all. The child is the king of the world. When it grows up, it takes charge of its kingdom. Imagine that in its infancy it fell seriously ill and the physician cured it. Does it mean that the young king owes his kingdom to the physician? Only perhaps as one of the contributing factors. There were so many others, all contributed. But the main factor, the most crucial, was the fact of being born the son of a king. Similarly, the guru may help, but the main thing that helps is to have reality within. It will assert itself. Your coming here definitely helped you. It is not the only thing that is going to help you. The main thing is your own being. Your very earnestness testifies to it. Questioner: does my pursuing a vocation deny my earnestness? Maharaj: I told you already, as long as you allow yourself an abundance of moments of peace, you can safely practice your most honorable profession. These moments of inner quiet will burn out all obstacles without fail. Don't doubt its efficacy. Try it. Questioner: but I did try. Maharaj: never faithfully, never steadily. Otherwise you would not be asking such questions. You are asking because you are not sure of yourself. And you are not sure of yourself because you never paid attention to yourself, only to your experiences. You are asking because you are not sure of yourself, and you are not sure of yourself because you never paid attention to yourself, only to your experiences. Be interested in yourself beyond all experience. Be with yourself. Love yourself. The ultimate security is found only in self-knowledge. The main thing is earnestness. Be honest with yourself and nothing will betray you. Virtues and powers are mere tokens for children to play with. They are useful in the world, but do not take you out of it. To go beyond, you need alert immobility, quiet attention. Questioner: what then becomes of one's physical being? Maharaj: as long as you are healthy, you live on. Questioner: this life of inner immobility, will it not affect one's health? Maharaj: your body is food transformed. As goes your food, gross and subtle, so will be your health. Questioner. And what happens to the sexual instinct? How can it be controlled? Maharaj. Sex is an acquired habit. Go beyond. As long as your focus is on the body, you will remain in the clutches of food and sex, fear and death. Find yourself and be free. Om Sri Satguru Mujiji Ki Jai. Om Sri Satguru Nataji Ki Jai.